I need to tell you something, and I need you to really hear me, because this isn't just a story. It's something I wish I understood sooner. Something that changed everything I thought I knew about small details. Can you imagine this? A mother, full of life, always smiling, always moving, always putting everyone else first, and then gone. Not because of something loud, not because of something obvious, but because of something small, something overlooked. My mom's hemoglobin levels were never stable, up and down, back and forth, but she never really made a big deal out of it. She was the kind of person who kept going anyway, even when she felt tired, even when her body was quietly asking for help. One day, she went shopping. Just a normal day. Nothing special. Her favorite place. Dollar Tree. Simple things made her happy. Little routines, small joys. She walked those aisles like she always did, picking up things for the house, thinking about everyone else but herself. Nobody thought that day would be different. Nobody thought it would be the last time. When I got the call, I still remember how unreal it felt, like my brain refused to accept the words. I rushed her to the hospital. Everything after that moved too fast. The machines, the voices, the faces I couldn't focus on. And then the number. Her hemoglobin was dangerously low, around 6. I didn't even fully understand what that meant at the time. I just knew it was dangerously low. Later, the doctor told me something I'll never forget. They said my mother went into heart failure and couldn't be resuscitated in time in the setting of severe anemia. By the time she arrived, it was already too late. They tried everything. They moved quickly. They did what they could. But it wasn't enough. And just like that, she was gone. There are moments in life you replay 1,000 times. Not because you want to, but because your mind won't let go. I keep thinking, what if we had known sooner? What if there had been a way to see what was happening earlier? What if something as simple as awareness could have changed the outcome? I don't have perfect answers. I don't think anyone ever really does. But I keep coming back to one thought. It wasn't one big moment that took her. It was a slow, quiet buildup that nobody caught in time. After that day, everything felt different. Even normal things didn't feel normal anymore. Silence felt heavier. Time felt slower. Small routines suddenly felt important in a way I can't explain. And I started thinking about how many people live like she did. Strong, busy, caring for everyone else. Ignoring the small signals their body gives them, telling themselves, I'm fine, I'll deal with it later. Later is a dangerous word, because later doesn't always wait. I kept replaying something she used to say, I'm okay, just a little tired. She said that so many times, so casually, like it meant nothing. But now I understand, it wasn't nothing. It was something speaking quietly, and nobody heard it loud enough. And here's the part that hurts the most. We don't notice the small things until they become big. We don't pay attention until it's too late. But life doesn't always work that way. After everything, I started looking for answers. Not just medical answers, but personal ones. How do you live without missing the warning signs? How do you pay attention before it becomes a crisis? And I realized something simple, but heavy. Awareness changes everything. Because when you can see something early, you have options. But when you don't see it, you're always one step behind. And that feeling, I know it too well now, that helpless feeling, standing there, watching time run out, and realizing you don't control as much as you thought. That's something you never forget. I don't ignore the small things anymore, because I already learned what it costs when you do. People ask me why I'm different now, why I don't brush things off like before. And the truth is simple. Once you've lived through something like this, you stop believing it's probably nothing. I think about my mom a lot. Not just the last day, but all the ordinary ones before it. Her laughter, her routines, her strength. She wasn't careless, she just trusted she had time. If she had had a way to stay more aware of her hemoglobin changes, maybe we would have noticed the shifts earlier and understood what was happening sooner. I now keep track of my body values from time to time. I stay more aware than before. Mom, I know that if you had been able to check, you would have wanted that clarity too. You would have wanted control. So I try to stay more aware, for both of us. I can't change what happened, but I can change what happens next. No more assuming everything is fine just because it looks fine. Because sometimes the smallest details matter the most. Once you realize that, you never look at small the same way again. And I want to ask you something, not to rush you, just to think for a moment. What are you still waiting for? What do you tell yourself will make you feel ready or enough? And what might change if you decided you are already enough right now? If you feel something in this, share it in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And if you want more of these conversations, subscribe and stay with me.